Hello, I'm Rick Stivers of YoungMartin'sReels. Today's project is going to be the Zebco 404. This one is going to be from 1988 to 89 model. And this one is not functioning very well. It's very, very tight. I can turn it, but it's very tight. The anti-reverse on it, let's see if it's working. I don't believe it is. Well, I can't even get the anti-reverse override lever to flip. So, no. Anti-reverse does not work on this. So we're going to take this apart, service it. Hopefully it's not broken, and see what we got inside. So let's start off by taking off the cover. And not too dirty inside. And let's take off the spinner head nut. And off goes the spinner head. And let's see, oh, that's moving nicely. Okay, let's go ahead. And this one, this is nice. I like this better than some of the early models. The early models, you had to take the handle off in order to remove the cover. And this one you don't. So that's nice. Okay, this one also, this wheel can be removed on this one. That's nice. That's a nice feature. And this one does not appear to be cracked. No, it is not. So we'll give it a closer examination as we get a little bit closer in there. Okay, this looks like it's going to take a larger. There we go. Okay. So they upgraded the nut size on this later model. Okay, it should come off. Okay, now we're looking at an entirely different design for the anti-reverse from what we had before. On the from 70 to 81, they had a different design, and you can go back and watch the videos on that. It's all this mechanism over here with a hold down and stuff like that. This one doesn't have that. What it does have is an anti-reverse that's jammed because it's not installed properly. Okay. If you look real careful, right there, see that pin right there? That pin is supposed to be in this hole right here. And that's supposed to be what moves this in and out. As this rotates, it's supposed to move that. And it's jammed up over here so that it can't do what it's supposed to do. Therefore, the anti-reverse override can't do what it's supposed to do. So, we'll see if we can't get that repaired. Okay, now we need to see if we can get this axle shaft out. Good, it's going to push right out for us. Okay, we're going to put that in the parts cleaner. And let's see if the axle shaft itself can come out. This is the part that's really jammed up. What I may end up having to do, let's see, let's shrink back, blow back out a little bit. Okay, let's see if we can, there we go. All right, see that lever right there? That lever is supposed to go into that hole right there. So if you bring it around, and it's really gummed up right now, there you go, it goes into that hole just like that. Now, the anti-reverse override can do what it's supposed to do. It can override like that, okay? So let's see if we can get all this back apart, get it cleaned up, get all the old grease off that's got it all bound up, and we'll put that in the parts cleaner. And we're going to take this off. We're going to remove this clip. Okay, and let's take a look at our spool. Our spool looks good, except I need to take the old line off. But I think I'm going to leave that off so we can test the drag when we're done. Okay, so we've got this. That looks pretty good. That'll clean up all right. And this, we'll move that down. Okay, good. All right. Let's go put all this in the parts cleaner, and I'll be back with you in a minute. That was a whole lot of fun getting it all cleaned back up. Went into the parts cleaner. It come out real nice. Okay, now we've got this part down here. This is our anti-reverse lever, and it's got to be able to move back and forth freely. And right now it is. Of course, it's got some WD-40 or some paint thinner on it, one or the other. Now we've got some oil on there, and that should allow it to move a little bit easier. This lever right here should have some tension on it, so it works fine like it's supposed to. We'll flip it up like that. And we are ready, I believe, to reinstall this main gear. And we're going to, or crankshaft as it is supposedly properly known. And we're going to slide this in. Now when we get it over here, remember that that pin has got to go into that hole right there. That's what moves this in and out. Okay, so we've got to get that to line up. There we go, into the hole. Perfect. Okay. And it should be moving that back and forth. And it is ever so slightly, but not enough. Should be able to go all the way over. And it's not, which tells me that we don't have enough tension on this clip right here. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this off, and we're going to take this clip off right here. And I'm going to ever so gently squeeze this clip in, just a hair. Okay? And then we're going to put it back on. Get it to slide down. Easier said than done. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now it's a lot tighter than it was, and hopefully that will take care of it. Put it back in, make sure that that bayonet goes into that slot. There we go. Now it's got full motion. There we go. Okay, we're going to set that down. Take our axle shaft. We're going to add some oil to the axle shaft, like so. Slide it in right here, like that. Drop it in. Now, there's our anti-reverse. Should rotate one way, and when we go back the other way, it should bring it back in and lock it, which it does. Okay. With that done, we want to come back over here, take our spool, and get it back on here. And we've got to lift up on this bar right here, just enough to get that to go under. Once it's under, you can feel the click, click, click as it goes past it. Okay. It doesn't feel very positive on the lock, but it is. Yeah, it's on there good. Okay. All right, there we go. And we'll put this clip back in place. There we go. Now, we can put our handle back on because this doesn't have to go through the body to attach the handle. Snug it down. Now, oh, gotta keep our axle in, like so. Okay, there we go. Anti-reverse is working. Anti-reverse override. There we go. There's anti-reverse override. Take the anti-reverse override off. There we go. Let's take and add just a dab of grease right here to the end of the button. Let's slip all this back inside. Oh, this lever. There we go. Back up inside. Okay. Flip this up. Let's see, down. There we go. There we go. There's anti-reverse override. And we're going to hold this in place. Push up on the axle shaft like so. And we're holding it in. And then we're going to slip this spinner head back on. Add a little oil here. There we go. All right. And screw the retaining nut back on. This should then rotate, dropping down. There we go. see if we can get hold of that line in there, which is going to be a little bit difficult because it doesn't want to pop out where we want it to. All right. Okay, we got hold of the button, or hold of the line. We're going to run the line through the end. Slide this back over. Screw it back down. Turn the handle. Anti-reverse override is for functioning. There we go. Anti-reverse is functioning. Here's our drag. Tighten it down. Much tighter. Loosen it back up. Let's back this off just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Okay. Anti-reverse override on. There we go. There. All right. There you have the Zebco 404. The Zebco 404, which was made in 1988 and 89. And it's got the plastic foot. The, I'm going to call this beige. And the gray cover. The black rounded knobs. Anti-reverse override. It's got the black clip, which is actually removable, or the drag knob, where you can squeeze in on those and remove that. So there you have all of the 404s that I have at my disposal right now. I've done a video on each of them that I have. And as I get more in my hands, I will try to get videos done of them. And for now, that's Rick Stivers with Young Martin's Reels, signing out.